What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of 4 Dummies, and tonight I am joined with the other 3 dummies. I have Mr. Robert Detoff.
Hello.
I have Mr. Just One.
Yo, what's happening?
I have Mrs. Skullface.
Hello.
And tonight we are going to do another collection critique because we have owed you that for some time, and we're going to follow through tonight. And if you want the uncut version of this, join on Patreon for $5 a month and get the extra episodes. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. And tonight we are going to start with Clinton N. He has, I think, a pretty interesting collection. It's not all good, but it's surely not all bad. I'll tell you what I love initially is this picture of Megatron in gun form against that purple backdrop with the lights over top of it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, wow, it's perfect. It's perfect. Then you got Unicron above it. The Unicron, he lit up himself.
Nice.
And then below Megatron, you have 2 different primes. I think personally a Prime and a Magnus would have been better. And then underneath that, you have the Metroplex and the Trypticon, and they're both doing to different degrees, and pardon me, but it looks purposeful.
He's doing it to make him, he's doing the excuse me, pardon me, but he's cheating it to make it look like they're fighting.
Yeah, I think it looks great.
But now, isn't that Motormaster's trailer, but with Ultra Magnus's cab?
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like.
What? Just do Motormaster.
Just do Motormaster. I agree.
Are these, what cases are these?
That looks like a Magic case to me.
That's what I say. Are they Magic cases?
That looks like a Magic case to me. If you look at the previous photo, where he's got like kind of the bulk of his collection, that looks like Magic case to me.
Yeah, it does.
And it looks good.
It does look good.
It looks good.
I will say, going back to this Megatron gun, I think in the bottom left corner, it does need a Decepticon symbol that's pretty big just to balance it out.
The bottom left, yeah.
Of that Megatron gun.
I don't know.
I think if you had a Decepticon insignia in there that was raised a little bit, would look good.
I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't change a thing.
Are you comfortable with those hooks? He's holding up Unicron on his, the branches, for lack of a better term.
So when you scroll out and you see those things that he's holding it with, I do think it would probably be better if he just put it on the stand that the Unicron came with instead of that. But I don't know if those 2 things are tied to the lighting system.
There's got to be another photo. I wonder if there's another photo. If you go to the next photo, it's like a whole pulley system that's up there. So I wonder if you can raise it and lower it.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's that light fixture?
Yeah,
I think that light fixture is 3 Narutos.
Yeah, that's weird.
I love the details. They're beautiful.
That's more of the problem, isn't it? Is the detoffs. Like, the Transformers don't look right in the detoffs. Even though he has the risers and everything, it still doesn't look right.
What's this other thing that looks like a double detoff, but the shells are all thick?
That's what I'm wondering.
That looks okay. It's crowded.
It's crowded, and I don't like...
But it's all G1. Like, there's taller things in the back, shorter things in the front. Like, even if you look at the second shelf down, the way that he has the Prime trailer as a riser, but the Prime truck cab is tilted 90 degrees so it looks forward, I think that's cool. Like, I don't have a problem with this G1 stuff. It's the non-G1 stuff in these detoffs to me that looks like a real mess compared to what else he has.
I feel like the first and the third in this double detoff looking thing, I don't think there's enough dynamic height. I think that the second and the fourth are better, and the detoffs are...
I mean, the white lights in the detoffs are horrible.
Yeah, they don't work.
I mean, they're empty. I mean, it's just everything's wrong. Like, whatever else he did right, this is the opposite of that. Like, it's almost as if this is 2 different people's collections.
Yeah, actually,
the puck lights are never a way to go. The puck lights never look great.
But I feel like the car collection that he has going on in the detoffs is better than the Transformers collection that he has in the detoffs.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the Game of Thrones liquor in there.
I feel like that looks better.
Do you think maybe collectors generally do not show as much respect to their Transformers displays because they see them more as toys to play with?
No, I don't know why they do it, but I think it's
because it's hard.
It's hard because there's so many different colors and sizes.
Can I say something?
Go ahead. Go for it.
Oh, let me just say, I think it's that because it's what they see. They see most people do the same thing over and over again. This goes to your machine talk.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you see. You see people doing the same thing, and they go, "Oh, okay, this is just what we do, and this is how we display these things."
Yeah, because I actually think that what he's done in the Maja case looks pretty good and interesting.
I like the Maja case a lot.
The Maja cases look good. That Megatron situation looks the best. Try to get everything to match that. Let's move on to the next one, which is Influence. So this is interesting.
That's like one big...
It's interesting because he has we've never seen anything like this.
Wow.
And is it lit from behind?
It's a whole
Yeah.
backdrop that the DTOFs are set against.
Yeah, it's like a vinyl wrap or something on the wall.
It's better than usual. They're not
Yeah,
even
it's weird.
DTOFs.
I don't know why that
They're not
works.
DTOFs.
I don't know why that works, but it does.
It does
The dark
work.
matter of space is made out of cinder blocks.
I do think I think your lights are too intense.
They're too intense.
But that could be the photo too.
It could
I'm
be.
sure this
Yeah,
was
yeah.
challenging to
I mean,
photograph.
I don't like the middle case at that point.
Yeah, the middle case is wrong.
It's an eyesore.
I agree.
But I love how he's like, you want light? Here's some light.
Yeah.
Like I love that. Like it's space and is shining and reflecting,
And they're
I mean,
posed. Everything's posed.
I like it. Jisk, I think you got to do something like
I
this.
don't
man.
really understand why those two floating shelves on either end are like half on the backdrop and half off. I know I'm getting picky here, but I feel like
No, that's fair.
I don't really. I want
don't know
them to be on or I want them to be off. I don't
know
want
why
to
the
split
backdrop
difference.
didn't go to the ends.
Well, I'm sure you
looks like
buy a certain size.
Yeah, well, you buy a
It
little
looks
bit
like-
more.
No, but I mean they
It
come
looks
in
like
like a standard.
Scorponok agrees with you. He's like, what the f?
But I
you
mean,
just buy another section and just keep it going. like
exactly,
that.
and cut it if you need to, but get another section. But I think
love
it's
how the lights reflect on it. Jesus.
I do too. It's interesting. It kind of reminds me of a modern day expression of the back of the original G1 toys.
Yes.
No, yeah, yeah.
Where
Yeah,
are the
yeah.
light?
There
I
used to
think they're
be
taped-
on the back of G1 toys this space scene where all of the Transformers would be fighting, and it was kind of a collect them all, but it was an art, and it was against like an abstract space setting. It's kind of reminiscent of it. I think the light of the DTOFs is reflecting against the paper in the back, and that's what's making it seem more intense.
So you think there's a light in the top shelf?
I think
There's strips to the back on the back of each one of these things.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, it's. I do think just based on this photo, it's too intense. Like if your
yeah.
background is that glossy, then you got to tone the lights down a little bit. And the lights don't have to be. The lights are just there to create the glow of everything.
Yeah.
Like to set the mood of it all, especially if they're behind it. So they don't have to be as intense if they're behind it. So not
Yeah.
showing off the figures. It's just basically setting the vibe of the space.
But it's not wrong either. It's intense, but it's not wrong.
Yeah, I like I said, I don't know how much just the photography.
Yeah, I
kind
think
of
if
over
he
exaggerates the way the lights are as well.
if he got rid of that black case in the center, right, and he stretched the wallpaper all the way to the left and all the way to the right and kept the lights the same, I think it'd be okay.
What if you move that black center shelf and push these two towers closer together, the two silver towers?
Yeah, but I
Like
think
the
you
tall
got
ones?
I think you got to be careful because I do think the variety of the furniture pieces here is working to its advantage.
And it's not crowded
It's not crowded.
No, yeah.
because he's got each display. They're not touching,
Nope.
you know, and you can enjoy the backdrop. You can enjoy the light playing off of it. Like,
And it does seem like this is something to take in. Like you're supposed to take in this space. I don't think it's fully formed yet, but I like where it's headed.
I mean, look,
And it's unique. We've never seen anybody do
Yeah.
it.
Correct.
It is interesting. And I think if you could find something that was like a mini half DTOF thing that was wider than these two on the end that
Yeah.
you could replace the black shelf with.
The black
Yeah.
shelf's got to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't think you can put a third tall one. Like it's more
Agreed.
visually interesting
I think
to
the,
have
yeah,
that
you have the right
shorter-
size. You have the right size there. It just needs. You could maybe do a little bit taller so that Predaking and whatever you have next to that. I don't know if that's Menasor or whatever. It could be extended a little bit, but like
I wonder if you
it's-
could take
it's-
the
it's
back off.
right to have a small piece of furniture there.
I wonder if you can take the back off of that shelf and then get a glass shelf. That might be a way to
Maybe.
Yeah.
repurpose it a little bit.
See, I was going to say, I would either, if you're not going to extend the backdrop, then I think you do need to take the floating shelves off.
Yeah, or they got to move in or they got to move out. They can't be
Yeah.
1 foot in.
Imagine
one foot
they're imagine they're all arranged on fishing wire, right? And then you have two fans, like one on each side of the room, and you put them on like rotate, and then you're like, "Time to battle, Transformers!" They all just start swinging around.
I wish you sent us
Battle.
photos of like this whole space. I want to see what this
Yeah,
whole
same,
thing looks
same.
like.
With that, let's
It may,
go.
but-
Let's go on to the next one. This is from Jason E. Lots of glass, but I don't hate it. This is how you do glass.
This is these things again. What are they?
Dude, this is how you do glass. This is a Gundam collection. Everything is laid out smart, purposefully, lit, spaciously. This looks like a museum collection of things that you care about.
Yeah, that looks great.
Fantastic.
Dude, those Tron light bikes, you see that one?
Yes.
This is cool, man.
Oh,
that's cool.
One's an Akira bike.
Yeah, no, I saw that afterwards, but that yellow Tron, like I would put that's the yellow Tron bike, even the Akira bike too. But those are two things that I would pick up.
Yeah, this is great.
Very cool.
Like he has one little transformer shelf and it's like the two primes on each side and it like blends into different primes into the Transformers / Robotech Skyfire, which brings the whole collection together in terms of what he's doing here. Super smart.
And then under it, it's super random, but it still looks good. Like he's got Voltron. Even though the stuff is random, it looks good.
Mm-hmm. Look at the one picture down at the bottom. It's like all the same thing. They're like gold, black, and white. They look like the Robotech thing, and they're all displayed. There's tons of them in there. They range from tall to small. You can see all of them. They look purposeful. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Called the amphitheater.
It's great.
Looks good. Yeah, I don't have any critique.
I have
the
no
only
critique.
thing I would the alien DTOLF.
That needs lights.
It's like everything.
Oh
else,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. The DTOLF needs lights. And to be honest, you could even take the DTOLF, lift it up, put the Predator on the bottom on whatever you lift it up on and light it all, and it would be even better. The DTOLF is the only thing that needs fixing.
Twinkie.
You love Robotech or Macross or whatever this is. I'm not super familiar with all of it, but like
yes, you are.
You love it. It shows that you love it. It looks serious. It looks to be taken serious. Bravo.
Looks good.
Good job.
Yeah, it's very rare that we all come across something where we're like, "Good job!"
These cases are dope. Like,
yeah, the cases are great.
Yeah, I don't know.
The layout is great. Fantastic. Like, you've got it. You figured it out.
Good job, man.
Bravo,
dude.
Like even the fact that of like the opening picture where you can see the helmets across the top, like it's all really smart choices, smart stuff.
Yeah, it looks like a locker room. Like you're a soldier. You need to grab a helmet. I love it.
Yeah, it looks great.
All right, you ready for the last one for tonight?
Please.
Yeah.
So this is from Waleed. He's a Patreon supporter, a friend of mine. He's sent me toys to review.
Oh boy, not anymore. Not after this. I can tell.
We'll see.
Wally.
Waleed. So I'm going to start with what I like. Okay. So he's got a good piece of furniture in that space, and then there's good pieces laid out throughout, including some kind of teapots and stuff. I'm not sure with the back. I'm guessing the wife got half and you got half, but that I think looks good.
How? The glass is reflective of all the lights, and like you can't see anything in there.
You can't see anything from the point of view that he has, but I feel like if you're in that space, you can see it. Like I actually think that he did a better job with his stuff than his wife did with the teapots.
All I know is when she does the dishes, when she has company, she gives him for having to put all the teacups in one shelf.
Probably. Now I'll tell you what
cool
else.
That man that they shared the space. I like this camera setup too, of like all these different cameras that he's got.
Me too. If you look at he's also got like the Dinobots laid out with a little extra little bonus to the right. If you recognize it a little bit,
Where are they?
Oh, dude, that's trash.
Where?
I think it looks good. I think it looks good, Jisk. I'll tell you that much.
Are you okay with the fact that that's crooked a little bit, Bobby?
I don't know that it is. I think it's just the photo. Because if you look at it's the angle of the photo.
Why is Sludge and Grimlock looking at something? And Swoop is like, stop looking that way.
So I think he probably used to have those DTOFs. You can see like the mark on the floor centered under that.
Oh, yeah.
Because it would be, I think, more visually interesting to either have the Billies with one DTOF on either side. Or
I agree.
A Billy.
Well, there's a door right there, though. I think the door opens up.
Yep.
This is subtle manipulation of Bobby. This is subtle. He did things just for the sake of these photos to manipulate Bobby into being nice to him. He put books on the bottom shelf of the Billies.
But that
and then
looks
the next
good.
thing he did.
Those Billies.
Of course, that's why he did it.
But those Billies look good.
And then next to his Kmart special, the first image, he put a little skeleton there. So you're nice.
But those Billies look good.
They do. They do look good. I like that finish on them, and I like the lighting in them.
Yep.
Here's what I would do.
Like the points of the light, but I like the color of the light and the way it covers the area. But I don't like the way the lights themselves look.
Why can't we put one DTOF over by the window? I mean, it's not going to change the distance.
And then put
doors-
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I would move one
I agree.
DTOF
Yes, they look like
over by the window then.
So then put DTOF,
DTOF, black
double
thing,
black cabinet, and then DTOF.
DTOF. Yep.
And you could even raise the DTOFs up if you wanted to, but I wouldn't.
Then he has nowhere to put his Dinobots.
I was just going to say
Dinobots.
that.
Yeah, you put two on one side, two, and you just split them up.
Or you could put
you
the
move the
Dinobots-
combiners.
Right, put the Dinobots up where the combiners are.
And then he could buy one framed Dinobots in robot mode for the other side.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're going to leave this like that, you do need to take this, I don't know where you got this bargain poster from, and slide that over.
Don't do that. Don't do
No,
that.
you gotta slide that over. It should be centered above the DTOFs.
So I'll tell you, it's the other wall I think that needs the most work. The wall against what looks like a spare bed or something, where it's like,
Right, the first photo.
yeah,
He's like, that's my bed.
yeah, it's just like rando stuff everywhere.
I'd put the DTOF in that corner. Are you sure is it not the same room and it's just a before and after?
Oh, I don't know.
It may not be, but it just looks the setup just looks exactly the same.
with the door and the window.
Ooh. Oh no. Sorry, dude. He's like, this is before, now look after.
I mean, it's better after if it's
It
the
is
black
better
thing
after if that's the case. But still, it's like whatever that was on that first picture, if you did dismantle that, it's for the best because that doesn't work. None of it works. All the furniture mix matches. Like it doesn't work. I do like this little picture of the movieverse stuff. Like all that stuff is laid out pretty well. It's lit, and you have the alt modes, the robot modes, like
Dynamic.
I think that all works. I think that little space works.
I like this black shelving unit too that he has. Like
I do too.
Yeah, I think it looks good with the Omega Supreme and the Astro Train in there. Look good.
You know what would have been a flex? If he posed the Dinobots the same way they appear in that dollar store poster.
That's what I'm talking
really
about.
cool.
It's not a dollar store picture. It's not a dollar store. Don't do that
You should
picture.
have posed them that way because those are good poses, I feel.
Oh, well,
And
you know.
he missed an opportunity.
But anyway, I really think if you move that DTOF to the other side, closer to the window, and then put the Dinobots on top of the black thing, and then the combiners on top of the DTOFs.
Yeah.
No, but he can't do that with the DTOFs because he has 3 combiners. And can you fit 2 combiners on the top of one
No,
DTOF?
he might have to get one more combiner.
Yeah. He has 3 combiners now, Robert. Not forever.
Right. Then he'll get 2
I mean,
on
he
top
could
of
put
each
he
DTOF.
could put Omega Supreme up there, and then put something else there too.
The wings probably don't fit.
On top of the DTOF.
Oh, yeah.
Right, on top of the DTOF. Have them next to each other on top of one DTOF.
He should have the Omega Supreme on the top, just sitting there with his hand up like he's waving at you.
But I wish you the very best, Wally, because I love you.
Wale.
I want to see the character Wall-E from the movie. And then while we're at it, let's see Eve.
Yeah.
What about just walls?
Yep. Paul Wall.
Paul Wall?